We'll start sitting, well, any position for opening breathing. If using Ujjayi breath with sound helps to ground you to the present moment. You might use that tool. But you don't have to. You might simply turn your attention to your natural breath. Ease into feeling, into sensing. State of body, mind, emotion, and general energy. Allowing those things we hear and sense outside ourselves, if we don't have the control to change them, to let them be as they are. And turning your attention within, allowing everything to be as it is. Simply resting your attention on yourself as you are. Is enough to create desired change, organic. Not because we should be any different than we are, any better. We move past the stories about ourselves, the demands, the circus of thoughts, and become truly ourselves when that moves aside. Moving into Brahmari breath, the bee buzz breath, which can be done with either a humming sound or a zzz sound. I typically practice with a hum, so I'll invite you to do that, but you can experiment with the zzz, the buzz if you prefer. And we'll work with the three major centers. We'll buzz the upper area of the body, the middle area, and then your roots. So almost like chanting Om, but lingering on the sound at the end. If you like to use your hands, if there's anywhere in the upper regions, collarbones up, that needs some extra attention, whether it's your head, your neck, your jaw, your eyes, your own brain, you might use your hands to bring your energy there, your attention there. You don't have to. And typically buzz the higher areas with a slightly higher tone. We'll do 3 rounds. Take a breath in. Again. Once again. We'll shift down to the region of the body between belly button and collarbones. If you're thinking in terms of chakra, chakras 3 and 4, solar plexus and heart chakra, but it really can be any of the organs in here, your digestive organs, your lungs and heart, your lymph glands, your immune system centered here, or anything more superficial, structural, or even emotional, you might sense. 3 buzzes. Inhale. And finally, shift your attention to anything from belly button to the ground. Internal digestive organs like the small intestines, reproductive organs, your hips, your legs, your knees and feet, the skeleton itself. Psychologically, emotionally, usually this region, chakras 1 and 2, related to our sense of security, our standing in the world, our standing in our truth. Nice earthy buzzes. Inhale 3 times. Seated hip opener. Coming into Baddha Konasana. Though if you feel called to lie down, you can absolutely do this like in a figure 4 position, crossing right ankle over left thigh. Pick up your right thigh and start to massage the tissues where the thigh bone comes out of the hip, or shake them. Just give them some movement, some softness and energy. Unlock your thigh from your hip. And then set your thigh bone down. Right hand to the middle of your right thigh, maybe closer to hip. Left hand walks out to the side so you can lean on it. Take hold of your thigh bone. Inhale, traction the thigh bone out right on the angle toward your knee. Exhale, keep sending it out, maybe down, and look over your left shoulder. If you go slowly, mindfully, you might feel how turning the direction of your head changes traction in right hip. Well, you can make conscious choices about where you choose to look. And send breath into whatever you're feeling. Always turning towards what we're feeling. If you feel that compulsion to turn away from, well, that means you need to change something about what you're doing. So you're willing to face it. All right, head and neck stay relaxed. Come on up, pick up your left thigh, and give it a little wiggle, shake, some movement, the tissues off the bone. And once you got a sense there's a little more space there, set your thigh down, left hand to the thigh, lean over to the right. Inhale, traction thigh bone out, press the feet together, pull navel to spine. Exhale, option to look over right shoulder. And then send 3 breaths down into your left hip. Explore. Come to center, unlocking the shoulder. Either cross-legged seat right in front of left or knee pile right on left. We'll be adding a twist and forward fold if that helps to inform your choice. Again, we're focusing on shoulders, so simpler might be better. Let's start with the left arm. Left arm forward in front of your shoulder. Bend your left elbow. Take hold, place right palm against left inner elbow. Send breath into the left shoulder joint, the left side of the upper back. And exhale, drag your left shoulder blade down your back away from your ear as you send your elbow forward up into hand. Like 30% of your strength, turning on the muscles that reach your elbow forward and keep it moving up. Keep the pressure into your hand. Another breath into left side shoulder, left side chest. Exhale, drag shoulder down from neck. Relax your jaw. If you've never had a dislocation and the shoulder's feeling healthy, then take hold of your left biceps. Send breath into the shoulder socket. Exhale, shoulder blade down, slide arm bone forward. And just like with the hip, once it's unlocked, send breath into the space you've created. Half archer. Pick your left elbow up, pointing it up to the sky. Relax left shoulder, left arm. Right hand can hold it in place. Inhale, lift the side and back ribs up. Exhale, rotate your triceps in towards your cheek, like you're bringing your shoulder blade around your armpit. And start to twist to the right. Take one more breath here. Exhale, left hand down to knee. Just find ease in the twist, not pushing yourself into a grind, but just noticing if sides of the waist can relax. Release the twist. Bring left arm behind your back. Turn the thumb down, but ease the head of the shoulder back. And then catch it with right hand, or you can hold opposite elbows. Relax left shoulder. Relax both shoulders, but focuses on unlocking left right now. Option to come into your half archer, left hand between shoulder blades. And if you've already warmed up and you want to do full archer, you can. Option to bow forward. As always, bowing can be releasing just the neck and feeling that reverberate down the spine into hips, or it can be a full bow. If you feel safe coming up in your bind, reach back through your tail, use your abdominals, or release the bind so you can use your hands to help instead of neck and jaw. And change the cross of your legs. Right arm forward, bend the right elbow, left hand to the inner elbow, send breath into the shoulder joint, expand the right side lung and upper lung. Exhale, shoulder blade down, hand into elbow, elbow into hand, lengthen arm bone forward. Take another breath. Exhale, feel the muscles alongside your body and in your back, pulling your shoulder blade down without collapsing into low back. Now, if you've ever had a dislocation or there's a current injury, but this feels safe, you stay here. If shoulder's healthy and stable, take hold of your biceps, breathe into the shoulder joint. Exhale, muscularly pull shoulder blade down and glide your arm bone forward. Pick your right elbow up into half archer. Inhale, lift the back ribs up. Exhale, soften the tops of the shoulders into the side of the neck. And start your spiral to the left. Continue to lengthen up on the inhales, especially in the back ribs. Exhale, front ribs in, but keep your elbow moving up. Left hand does the work, so don't yank on your shoulder. Release right hand to left knee. Find ease in your twist. Unwind. Half arch your bottom arm, right thumb down, then roll the head of the shoulder back and wrap it. Opposite catch opposite elbows, option to catch opposite elbows, or work into a half arch your hand between shoulder blades, or just do the fold. You can release the arms if there's any issue with the shoulders. If you're not using your arms, really connect to your root lock. Reach your tail back, hug the lowest part of your belly in, and let head follow, spine up. Of course, release your hands if you're not sure. And come on down to your back. Let's do elbow to knee abdominals. Knees bent. We'll start with feet on the floor. Let's start with feet on the floor, but still active. Lift and spread your toes. Spread the balls of the feet out on the mat. Clasp your hands at the base of your skull. Support your neck and head completely. Point elbows to the sky. Inhale down into low back. Exhale, press low back flat and curl head and shoulders up. Keep the head and shoulders up. Breathe into low back. Exhale, elbows to the right thigh. Pick your right foot up, knee directly over hip, draw navel to spine. Inhale, center, feet down, tuck your tailbone in. Exhale, twist left, pick left foot up, knee reaching straight up to ceiling, pull your belly down. Inhale, center, shoulders stay up. Exhale, twist right, pull navel to spine. Both elbows reaching for right thigh, so maybe both shoulders are still off the mat, even right shoulder. Inhale, center, press your feet down, tuck your tail. Exhale, twist left, curl pubic bone and navel, draw navel to spine. Either keep going like that, starting with feet down and picking a foot up at a time, or move on to feet lifted to begin. Twist to right thigh, exhale, and send left leg out. Right knee stays where it is, directly over hip. Inhale, center, bend your knees, press the low back flat. Exhale, twist left, send right leg out. Pull your belly down. Do 2 more to each side, your own rhythm, your own variation. And when your rounds are complete, we'll set up for bridge. Head and shoulders down, feet on the mat, hips width apart. Arms relaxed alongside body. And I like to start with palms up to feel for the shoulders falling down to the earth, their collarbones wide to receive your breath in. Exhale, press your feet down, curl tailbone up, and press hips to sky. The downward drive of your legs is what seesaws your hips up. No straining in the back, no straining in the jaw. Neck, make sure neck is off the earth. If you're tucking the chin a lot and you feel pressure on the neck, then lift your chin, relax your jaw. Two more breaths. Keep your navel in. Invite the breath into the upper torso, the rib cage, the lungs, the heart, the chest. Exhale, drive your feet down. Send hip bones straight up, not towards face, straight up. Take a breath. Exhale, lower your upper back down, your middle back down. Take a breath, tuck your tail, and exhale, lower your hips down. Figure 4. Hook right ankle over left thigh. Hug it in. Or keep foot on the floor, that's fine. Change sides. Hug both knees into your chest. Extend left leg out on the mat. Keep hugging right knee in. You can hold on to shin or maybe hold on to the thigh bone behind the knee. Flex all 10 toes up to the ceiling. Press out through your heels. Without looking, make sure your pinky toes are both pointing up too. So a little more internal rotation than you probably think. Let's see if you can work the left thigh bone to the ground. Yes, that'll move the right knee away from you as your pelvis returns to a neutral tilt. Send breath into right hip. And exhale, soften it. Change sides. Whatever your grip is, ease the shoulders back, collarbones wide. Low back, light on the mat or even off the mat. Sacrum heavy, back ribs breathe down. One more breath. Exhale, knees to chest. Find your way up to standing. And then roll up your blanket or your towel for your calf lengthening. Folding and rolling your prop. So it's about the size of a rolled up yoga mat, 4 to 6 inches in diameter. Of course, if you happen to have a ramp or a cylinder designed for calf lengthening, use that. We'll do left foot on the roll first. Standing in Tadasana with the outside edges of your feet parallel to each other. And if that knocks your knees in, just feel for externally rotating the thighs without tensing, but turn on your leg muscles to start to retrain that joint. Ease your hips back. Breathe your back bottom ribs back over your sacrum. Ramp your chin back, back of skull over sacrum. Right arm out to the goal post. Left hand to right side chest. Send breath into the right side of your chest. Exhale, soften right shoulder blade down back. Keep breathing into right shoulder, right side chest, and the length in your left calf. If the back ribs start to collapse in as your hand arm moves back, breathe them back out. Soften the chest down a little bit. Arm back, chest down. I was taught that proper alignment is sternum perpendicular to the floor. You can experiment with that for yourself. All right, ease the right hand down. Change sides, right foot on the roll. Outside edges of feet parallel to each other. Hips back over your heels. So your tail is untucked. Breathe the back bottom ribs back. Ramp your chin back. Skull atop sacrum. Goalpost left arm. Right hand to left side chest. Send breath into the tissues underneath your right hand. And exhale, sense softness and fluidity underneath your hand. Breath by breath. Breathe the length into the right calf muscles, all the way up back of leg into your relaxed pelvic floor. Exhale, drop your chest down a little bit, especially if your hand is going back. One more breath. Exhale, sense softness behind your left shoulder blade. Ease your arm down. Come on to hands and knees for dolphin. Any expression of dolphin. I'll talk you into dolphin prep, and then if you want to move up into other variations, you'll have a few breaths for free play. Starting on hands and knees, wrap your hands around your upper arms so your elbows line up right under shoulders. Clasp your hands in front of you. Relax head and neck. Press down into the earth with your wrists, with your elbows to lift out of shoulders. Lean your down dog tail back to stretch back out of your shoulders. Keep hugging elbows in. Shoulders are turned on as well as lengthening. Neck released. If you want to tuck your toes and lift your knees up for dolphin, go for it. Or play with any of the variations we like to play with. You have time. Four more conscious breaths. Stay active through your legs. Send those long calves back, your thigh bones starting to line up over them. Knees down, sit back into embryo. Bird's wing, sit up on your heels or stand on your knees or do something that's safer for your body. Palms up, elbows against your ribs. Take a breath into the upper back. Bring your pinky fingers together as you broaden the back of your rib cage. Exhale, rotate your hands out. Hug your upper arm bones into your shoulder blades. Relax your jaw. Again, inhale, pinky fingers together, broaden back of lungs with breath. Exhale, rotate hand bones out. Hug elbows into ribs. One more pulse like that. Inhale, fill back body. Exhale, hug upper arm bones into shoulder blades. Lunge, right foot forward, low lunge. Hands on either side of front foot, come onto fingertips. Inhale your chest forward. Activate your feet, lift and spread the front toes. Press feet down as you sink your hips towards front heel. Half splits, tuck your back toes. Inhale, shift your hips back. Option is scooch the right foot forward so your hips line up right over left knee. And then if it's right for you to flex the right foot, pull the toes back. You don't have to straighten the right knee all the way to feel for a very strong stretch in the back of the leg. Send breath to soften the pull in any of those tissues. Lunge. Inhale, bend right knee, heart forward. Exhale, stretch it back. One more like that. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, stretch back. Runner's lunge. Inhale, bend right knee, lift the back knee up. Strong legs, feet press down, pull your belly in. Breathe into the back body. Exhale, ease your shoulders back. Soften chin towards throat. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot forward, lunge. Low lunge, hands to either side of front foot. Press your feet down, rise onto fingertips. So arms are helping, but there's very little weight in the hands if you can get your legs turned on. Inhale, widen collarbones. Exhale, half splits, tuck back toes, shift your hips back, maybe flex the left foot back. Two rounds with flow. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, stretch it back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, step left foot forward. Runner's lunge, Lift the back knee up. Still, not too much weight on hands, whether on blocks, fists, or fingertips. Press feet down. Reach the inner thighs away from each other. Pull your belly in. Forward fold. Exhale, right foot steps up to left. Fold over your legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, Samastitihi. Half suns or full suns, either 3 full suns or 6 half suns. We'll start in Utkatasana. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga or fold. Inhale, upward facing or Utkatasana. Exhale, downward facing or Samastitihi. Good. Down dog, stay for a breath. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Down dogs come forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Sit back. Exhale, Samastitihi. Return to standing. Tuck your tail. Again, inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Choices. Exhale, Chaturanga or forward fold. Or step into down dog and stay there. Breathe in, upward dog or Utkatasana. Exhale, downward dog or Samastitihi. Down dog, stay and take a breath. Inhale, Utka. Exhale, fold. Down dogs come forward. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana. Inhale, sit back in chair. Exhale, return to standing. Push your feet down. Use your legs. Yes. One more time. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga or fold. Inhale, Utka or up dog. Exhale, downward facing, Samastiti. Warrior 2, right foot forward. Shoulder shrugs. Relax your arms down, left hip in line with left heel. Breathe the back ribs out so they're right over sacrum. Inhale, shoulders up to ears. Squeeze tops of shoulders back towards each other. Exhale, squeeze and massage tops of shoulders down neck into upper back. Inhale into upper back. Exhale, middle angles of shoulder blades come in. Maybe pull down an inch. Inhale, broaden the space between your shoulder blades. Exhale, bottom angles of shoulder blades try to touch. The arms can help. Elbows bend, squeeze towards each other, everything towards the tail, the trail straight down. Relax your arms. Eagle, right on top of left. Interlace, release your arms, bind your hands behind your back. If interlace doesn't work for you, hands on hips, shoulders back. Or you can use your strap, pull on a strap. If your hands are bound, your palms are together, you can pull on your fingers like you're trying to pull your hands apart and feel the shoulder blades dig into your upper back. Half bound or full bound extended warrior. Left arm stays behind back, right forearm to thigh, or hand to ankle, or reach under right thigh. Start with your right elbow on your thigh, Doreen. Lean over your right thigh. Yeah, and left hand behind your back. That's it. Roll the left shoulder open there. Runner's lunge. Everyone look down, hands down, spin onto the back toes. Long pyramid. Stretch your hips back. If you prefer to step the left foot forward for more traditional Parsvastanasana, that's fine. Option to flex the right toes back. Or I should say, option to flex the whole foot back. But at least, yes, draw toes back. For some bodies, it'll feel more correct to your hips to flex toes back and then press ball of foot down. Inhale, bend right knee. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Either half bow or H to B. Half bow, start in a sphinx. Bend your right knee. Catch your right ankle with your hand. And then right arm stays straight. Flex your foot over your hand and allow the foot moving backwards to draw your shoulder back. Pull on your mat with left hand to keep your chest squared to the front of the mat. So you are drawing yourself in two directions, balancing on your grounded pubic bone. If you prefer to be in a more relaxed quad stretch, that's fine. Conscious breathing. Whichever one you choose, please don't let the right foot swoosh, slingshot away as you carefully release. Either rest for a moment or take your up dog, down dog. Warrior 2, left foot forward. Another round of shoulder shrugs. Arms down. Invite the right hip back in line with the right heel. Breathe the low back ribs back over your sacrum, space for kidneys. Huge breath into the upper back. Shoulders up to ears. Squeeze the tops of the shoulders up and back. Exhale, massage shoulder blades together down your back. Inhale, broaden shoulder blades away from each other. Exhale, middle angles of the shoulder blades draw straight in towards each other into the spine. See if you can not use your arms or jaw, but use your back muscles. Good. Inhale, spread upper back with breath. Exhale, bottom tips of wings try to touch. Elbows can help with this one, squeezing elbows back and maybe pressing elbows forward, hands back to feel those bottom points of your shoulder blades, massaging into the muscles along your spine. Relax your arms. Eagle, left on top of right. Breathe the back ribs out. Exhale, soften the front ribs in, even if you're choosing to look up a little. Interlace, relax your hands down. Clasp maybe opposite of what you usually do. Other thumb on top. Or put your hands on your hips and work your elbows, shoulders back. Interlaces, option to pretend to pull your hands apart. Feel for softening the muscles of your upper back so your shoulder blades dig in towards each other. Interlocked warrior or half bound extended warrior, right arm behind back, left elbow to thigh or left armpit to thigh if you're reaching underneath. Start with left elbow on thigh, Doreen. Left elbow on your thigh. Yeah, that way. And you can bend forward so you can clasp your hands without hurting shoulder. Runner's lunge. Hands come down to either side of front foot, spin onto the back toes. Long pyramid or your hamstring stretch, shift your hips back. Breathe your spine long over front leg, whatever shape you're choosing. So maybe use blocks. Option to flex the left foot back as you draw left sitting bone back and up. Any hamstring injury, then maybe don't do that. Tuck your tail down instead. Bend your left knee and find your way onto your belly for either half bow or H to B. Half bows come into a sphinx shape. On an exhale breath, bend your left knee and reach back with the left hand to catch ankle. I recommend holding ankle and flexing foot for this active variation where you're pulling your shoulder back with your leg and pulling your heart forward with your right hand. Reach your tailbone down, scoop your low belly off the mat. Inhale, your collarbones wide. Exhale, carefully release. Either take a moment to rest and wiggle or take your up dog, down dog. We'll meet in warrior one, right foot forward. Warrior one, hands on hips. Conveniently. Walk your hands to the back of your hips if that's okay on shoulders. So your fingers wrap around the sides of your pelvis and you can take your own pelvis and ground it. Ease the shoulders back. Draw the elbows towards each other. Breathe the whole rib cage up off your pelvis. Some of you will let your heads go back. You can do that as long as you can work shoulders down away from neck. Lance Dodger. Relax your arms. Half archer or full archer. Left elbow up. Right hand either holds left elbow or come into your bind. Lance Dodger. Right forearm rests across your sacrum, grounding it. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Left arm is holding your lance. Reach it up. And exhale, reach the left arm back. Again, chin might stay tucked, or you can look up if that feels right to you. Breathe the chest up. Keep the tail down. Exhale, lower down to your, find your way to down dog or take a vinyasa. Camel prep, set your knees down. Hands again on back of hips, or you can use your fists or your thumbs. If you prefer to stand up for this, do that. Ground your sacrum down. Inhale, telescope the rib cage up, the heart up. Exhale, tweeze, elbows back, roll shoulders back. Maybe let your head go back. If your body's ready for full camel, you can go for it. Not a long hold though. If your head's back, it'll be the last thing to come up. Press your tail down. Inhale, breathe your chest up to the sky to bring it forward and find your way back to down dog, or take a moment to rest. Cat-cow is a good rest. I don't recommend child's pose yet. That might be too much back and forth for your spine. Left foot forward, warrior one. Hands on hips. Maybe work fingers to the sides of the hips, heel the hands behind. You can always use your fists if your hands need a break. Guide your tail down. Breathe, especially the back ribs up off your sacrum. Get taller through back of spine. Keep that length as you ease the shoulders back, elbows back. Breathe your super person chest forward and up. Nice. Lance Dodger. Breathe your heart forward. If you went backwards, head follows. Archer, right arm up. Bend the right elbow. Left hand can either support right elbow or you can come into your full bind, left arm behind back. Rest left forearm across the small of your back. Feel the weight of that arm grounding you. Inhale, right arm straight up to the sky. Good. And you don't have to go backwards at all. You can just feel for lengthening up, 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 or reach the right arm back. Heart keeps lifting up. Head might go back or keep the chin tucked. Press down on your sacrum with left arm. Inhale your heart forward. Bring your lance down. Take a vinyasa or step into down dog. Camel or camel prep. Knees down. Hands towards back of hips, right alongside the sacrum. So if you can find that bumpy bone in the middle of your pelvis, right next to it, some soft tissue that feels good to massage into, focus on that. Massage that down. Inhale, telescope rib cage up. Exhale, roll shoulders back, tweeze elbows back. If you're comfortable letting your head go back, then maybe reach for your heels, tuck your toes. You can do that with chin tucked. I just find that a little stressful for low back. If it feels good to you, though, do what you need to do. If your hands are on your heels, bring them back onto your pelvis, ground your sacrum down. Inhale your heart up, head follows. Sit back on your heels for a moment or come to a tabletop if that's better for your knees. And take a few breaths up and down length of spine. Option to do a round of bow, belly down, holding on to ankles, or any other spinal extension before we wind down. If you're done with spinal extensions, come into child's pose, or you have enough time to do a short pigeon practice, just like 3 breaths on each side. Not a hurried, nice slow breaths. Bow, feel for pressing your pubic bone down, reaching tail back, and relaxing the space between your shoulder blades so your legs actually dig your shoulder blades in. Ease the head of the shoulder back. All right, when you're done with your 5 to 8 breaths, rest on your belly. You might separate the legs wide and wiggle your hips. You might bend your knees and do a gentle windshield wipe if that feels like a sweet release. As you're ready, find your way back to child's pose. If child's pose is not right for you, take another counter pose. After about 4 breaths, we will meet sitting. Dandasana. Sitting with legs straight, big toes together. Hands press into the ground to lift you out of your low back. Breathe the back ribs out. Roll the shoulders back. Tuck your chin down. Gaze at your big toes with soft eyes. Strong breath. Lift your chin, relax that pressure. Paschimottanasana variation. Option to wrap your strap around your feet, at least for the first few breaths, and work on lengthening your spine, heart towards toes, easing shoulders back. Gaze towards big toes, but if that strains neck, then gaze down at knees. Actually, I would say face more towards knees, but you can turn your eyes in their sockets to big toes. Either stay as you are or relax the strap and relax into your fold. Knees can soften as much as you like. Maybe separate the legs if you're feeling a lot of pull on the low back. Inhale, glance eyes towards toes. Pull your belly in to come up. Either Janu Shirsasana or Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. Left leg straight, right knee open, or right foot in a lotus. Lotus, option to bind, strap around your right ankle and keep it on your left hand to pass it around left hip, right hand behind your back to catch the strap. Everyone belly towards left knee, forward fold. You could practice the bind in Janu Shirsasana too. You don't have to be in lotus if you're curious about that bind. Ultimately, what the bind does, as your spine lengthens out over your left leg, your right shoulder will be drawn down your back. So if you're not bound, still feel for shoulders moving away from head, neck. Inhale, glance towards toes. Pull your belly in to pull you up. And change sides. Right leg straight, left knee open. Or left foot in lotus. This time, if you're practicing the bind in either shape, strap is around the left ankle. In the right hand, left hand comes behind your back so you can pass the straps to your left hand. And like I said, the straps serve to keep your shoulder back as you stretch forward. Inhale, glance at toes. Exhale to come up. And come on down to your back. Figure 4, right ankle over left knee. Figure 4, spinal twist. Drop your knees over to the left so your right foot's on the floor. Right knee still pointing to the ceiling. Or even left hand can take the right knee and move it away from you. Maybe reach out away from knee with right hand and look towards armpit. And then go ahead and stack right knee on left or any expression of twist. Left leg can straighten out. Return to your back. Figure 4, left ankle, right knee. And as I move you through this game of twister, of course, you might choose to stay with figure 4. Or you might choose a more straightforward twist as we drop our knees over to the right, left foot on floor. Right hand might massage left thigh away from you. Left hand on hip actually feels sweet, or you can reach left hand to the left and look. And then pick the left foot up so you can stack your knees or any other twist. And Shavasana. As always, if you would like to take a nice, sweet Shavasana for 5 minutes or so, feel free to turn your Zoom off and set yourself up. Set a timer if that helps to calm your nervous system. Practice may have been upregulating enough that you don't feel quite settled in Shavasana. Simple ways to ground the posture. Put your hands on your own hips or belly. Or curl up onto your side or belly. And continue to rest. Of course, if you'd like to stay where you are, stay. Or take a slow, full breath and sigh it out. Move your fingers, toes, flex and point your feet, open and close your hands, open and close your mouth. Let those movements continue to grow. Ease your way back up to sitting. Meeting with the palms pressed. Thumbs against your sternum, lift your heart. May the fruits of our practice benefit not only us, may all beings everywhere be happy, healthy, safe. Namaste.